What's up, you guys? Mo Awesome from Awesome MTB. Welcome back to the Awesome MTB podcast. We have been in Chiang Mai, Thailand for the last few months. We love coming here in the winters. This has become our home away from home, and a big part of that is because the cycling scene here is insane. So many awesome road rides. You can go on so many hills. A lot of national teams will actually come to Chiang Mai, Thailand in the wintertime to train. And yeah, we're actually developed kind of our second home base here. So loved our trips here. One of our favorite friends, Tum, is right here. He actually owns one of the most famous bike shops in Chiang Mai, Thailand. If you're ever visiting this place, highly recommend checking out this shop. And figured today we would do a little bit of talk with Tum and tell you guys a little bit about who he is and how he started the shop. How's it going, Tum?
Hi, good. Thank
Hi.
you for coming every year, yeah?
Yeah,
I
every
always,
year.
always love to see you guys here. And as a cycling community in Chiang Mai, like we are very welcome all the cyclists around the world. We are quite famous, like we have a lot of people coming for cycling here from anywhere, mostly in Asia or Europe or Australia. Yeah.
Nice. And so tell me a little bit about yourself. I know is your American name Tum? I don't think we know your Thai name.
Oh, my Thai name. My Thai name is Kwan Chai.
Kwan Chai. So if you guys
Yes.
ever come to Thailand, you'll normally hear two names from the locals. They'll have their American
Yes.
name and then their Thai name.
For Thai people, we have pretty long name and also the surname. So, and one interesting thing is we don't have the nickname, the short name that relate to the real name.
Yeah,
So it's
sometimes
not like-
totally different.
Yeah, it's not like a David Dev or something like that. No,
Yeah.
we are totally have some different way to call people. So most people they call me Tam or Pi Tam. T is mean like brother. So it's will be more respect. Yeah, because now I'm not young anymore.
Yeah,
So Pi Tam and Velocity. So Pi Tam Velo is like how people know me.
Oh.
You can be like.
Yeah, I need Thai name.
Yeah, you probably need a Thai name too.
Monam. Or
Yeah.
And so tell me a little bit about yourself, your background. Where did you grow up and how did you get into cycling?
Oh, that's a long time ago. Yeah, I have this business since I graduated from the university, which is like almost 30 years, I think. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a long time. So my cycling background is start cycling since a young age as a junior, and also I'm to compete in the national level, like a Thai national team in year about 2000. Yeah,
Oh,
around
wow.
about that time. And since then, like that is to be honest, that's the thing that I can do best in my life. Anything about biking and
Yeah.
cycling. Yes. And then I can start the business because like I have the
You
passion.
knew so much
Yeah,
about it.
Yes.
But so going before, I know you just said you were you were the Thai national champion?
Or not a champion, like a national team member.
The national team.
Yep.
And so before that though, when did you first get into road cycling?
Oh, it's like I think it's the same like most people when they are a teenager, they have some passion for something. You might have some passion for some like kind of like different activity or different sport. And for
Yeah.
me, it's a bike, it's a cycling because I think cycling is it's a way of the freedom. It's a part of the lifestyle that like it's not a sport that you have to commit to do a lot of training or practice, but you can do that regularly, like a daily basis. So usually when I cycling, I have more freedom because like when I'm teenagers, when I'm young,
Yeah.
we're not allowed to have car, right?
Ah.
We're not allowed to have a motorbike yet. So cycling is a very good way for us to explore. So yeah, like just fun. So
Yeah.
we start since my dad gave me the bicycle for my birthday present.
Oh, nice. Do you remember what age?
Oh, I think
You were
since
young?
young, and maybe like grade, let's say about 7 or 8 about that time. Yeah.
And do you remember, was it just like a city bike? Was it a road bike?
First it's more like a mountain bike, I think, because
What was your mountain bike for your first bike?
because in Thailand we don't have many choice for the bicycle at that time.
Yeah.
Comparing to this time, we have a lot of variety bike, a lot of good bike now. So have mountain bike and doing some local race. And I meet with some people who doing more training, more like a sport.
Yeah.
And then like how everything start.
And do
Yeah.
you remember what your first race was?
Oh, I did find it quite difficult, but somewhere here in northern Thailand.
Yeah. And were you hooked on racing right away, or?
Yeah, I don't have when at the first time like I not really know like what is the racing. I just like I want to try as fast as I can. And for sure that you may struggle because you don't know how to manage your power.
Yeah.
When you feel like, okay, I can push the pedal, I just push that. And then when I like fatigue and like exhausted, like, okay, all the guys can go. So for me, it's very curious for me, like, how do this guy can becoming stronger than me, or how do if some old people still very active on the
Yeah.
bike. So since then, when I have the question, I still like looking to find out the answer.
You were interested.
Yes, and then like I have the passionate with the bike, and then when I finish my high school, take my degree in physical education, which of course I focusing on my cycling. So
Oh.
they could give me some of my answer, like okay, what is the proper training? I know all the thing, and then I take my master degree in sports science. So this is more advanced, and then like I have the knowledge about the bike. I have a no experience.
Nice.
Become the national team, and then like when I have the shop, yeah, when I have a chance, I taking the bike fitting class, and also I'm one of the bike fitter here in Thailand.
Oh, nice. And so after the national team, talking about the bike shop, did you start the shop when you were racing, or were you like, okay, I'm done racing, I think I want to start something new?
Oh yeah, I take it together since I start because I feel like I still want to race, I still want to compete
Yeah.
with other people. But of course, when you're doing the business, you need to have time
Yeah.
with that too. So it will be not so very serious for the cycling. So I have to focusing on the business. Yes.
Nice. And when you first opened it, how was the reception in Thailand? Was cycling big here?
Oh.
Did it become popular?
Not yet, not yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are like wearing full dress like a cyclist nowadays and riding on the street, people will look at you like you a little bit like a stranger.
Yeah.
You're not. But somehow like that take times.
Yeah.
Now like if you are anybody come to Chiang Mai, it's very easy and common to see people in the fully dressed, very fancy,
Everywhere.
beautiful. Yeah, cycling kids everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. That time cycling is not a kind of popular sport yet, like somewhere like 20 years ago. But like I think because since we have an internet, like people can sharing information, I think that make like everything becoming easier to for people to know, to understand what like the performance cycling, what cycling race is.
Yeah.
Because when I was young, like if I want to do the bicycle race, I want to see the international race, I have to wait until someone making like a VHS tape.
Oh, yeah, to rewatch. You can't just watch it on YouTube.
Yeah. And even the media, the magazine, we got some from the state, like bicycling magazine, thing like that. They a couple months
Yeah.
late from what they have, but I'm kind of I want to know. I love to read.
Yeah.
So that's give me a lot of inspiration.
Nice. And do you remember after opening the shop, did you face like any in the beginning? You're like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna work out. Was there any like struggle in the beginning?
Yeah, of course, same like when we start doing something new, because I don't have the background on like how to doing the business, but I have some people that they can help guiding me. Yeah, we have the good time and we also have some bad time. Yeah, but somehow that's like it's same like cycling. You're not going to be very strong every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes like you have headwind, you have to keep going. You have to fight with that. Sometimes you're very comfort when you have the tailwind. So that's
Yeah.
life, like everything. Cycling teaching me a lot. It's like a philosophy.
Yeah.
When you do cycling, you compare, right? When you're cycling, if you compare it with your real life, it's teaching you a lot of things.
For sure, yeah. I feel like a lot of life lessons come from it, and especially the training aspect and different motivations, techniques. Do you remember when in the business did you realize, okay, I think this is gonna work? Like, was there like a period? Was there a specific time?
Oh yeah. The year that we call that we really success is since the time that they are the fixed gear.
Oh, really?
It's like a decade ago, like when the fixed gear is becoming very popular.
Oh,
and
wow.
that time I'm among the first to jump in that trend. So we could sell, we do import a lot of fixed gear bike
Yeah.
from China, and we do sell like 1,000 of that all over the
Oh,
country.
wow.
and that since that time, so we can move to what I'm here now, and we have bigger shop.
So this is because of fixed gear bikes?
Yeah, that time. And seem like now that trend is coming back again.
Oh, no way. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And then, so talk to me about the evolution of the shop and cycling in Chiang Mai. When did you start noticing okay, it seems like cycling is going to be a key part of the city?
Yes, I think cycling here is nowadays is more like a fashion and a travel.
Yeah.
So everybody who love the outdoor activity and they love to be very fashion sport, they will love to do the cycling. And because Chiang Mai, they have a lot of places you can cycling. If you go to Google Map and you search cafe,
Yeah.
there are 100
Hundreds,
of the
yes.
cafe pop up. So when you plan to do a cycling trip, it doesn't give you the pressure okay, I want to do some workout for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You can just think okay, today I'm right from here to that cafe, have some coffee and then come back, and that already 2 hours.
Yeah.
And there's so many places that you can do that. And especially Doi Suthep, the mountain, Chiang Mai is quite unique comparing with many cities in Thailand, because we have the mountain just nearby to the city.
Yeah.
So if you are stay in the center of the town and you have the bike, you just ride a bike for half an hour, you're already in the mountain with the trees, and it's give you very good feeling. They have nice atmosphere and fresh air.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys, I can't recommend cycling in Chiang Mai enough. It really does feel like an awesome spot to spend our winters. Now, talk to me a little bit about having a business in Thailand. Do you feel like the community supports you? Do you feel like you get a lot of Thai? Because it's interesting. I feel like when people think about Thailand, they think maybe most of the cyclists would be tourists. Maybe they're just visiting. But I feel like there's a lot of local community out here. So how is having a business here in Thailand?
Okay, that's good for now, because especially we have the high season for Chiang Mai for the cycling. It's about October until March. The weather, the temperature is a little bit cooler,
Yeah.
especially in northern Thailand. So we could call that it's a high season for cycling, high season here. But during April and May, the time that they're very hot,
Yeah.
it could be low. And I have to tell you, it's really hot. Even for us local, though we don't want to go out during the noon.
It's super humid too.
Yeah, and the humid and hot. But somehow in Chiang Mai, we still have a lot of places to do an outdoor activity. So not only cycling, you have the place that you can do hiking, camping, a lot of places that you
Yeah.
can do that. And not only Thai people who live in Chiang Mai, there are a lot of nowadays. I don't know how they can move and live here in Chiang Mai. There's a lot of foreigners who
Oh,
move.
yeah.
They are most some I know they come from the States or from Europe.
Yeah.
They come and live here in Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
And then they have some a local community for the foreigner also. But everybody will meet each other on the Saturday group ride.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
in the
talking
morning.
about there's a 55 group ride every Saturday here in Chiang Mai, Thailand. It's an awesome time. I can't recommend it enough. Do you know when that 55 ride first started?
Oh, it started more than 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
55 is the name of the ramen shop, and the owner, he the passionate cyclist. So he had the group, the independent group. There are, at that time, there are so many group of cyclists in Chiang Mai. But for 55 group, we have a lot of people who really know how to do set up an event.
Yeah.
So we quite famous in northern Thailand. We set up a lot of cycling event.
Yeah.
And because the name also, five is called ha. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So five is ha. So it sounds very friendly and funny.
Yeah,
It's we laughing, yeah.
And you'll notice that whenever you're texting with Thais, if you
Yep.
tell them a joke, you'll normally see the response 55555. I remember the first time someone sent me that, I was like, what are they sending me? And then I realized that's their version of saying LOL, basically.
Yes, correct.
And do you remember the first 55 ride?
Oh yeah, it started by the group of usually a training ride for
Yeah.
people who do the competition it starts at that area, but
Yeah.
not before they have the gas station. We don't have the space just like what we have for now. So there are no toilet. They're just like a meeting point, and they don't have much space for people to gather together. So it more basically it's more like a training, but we go in the same route. We same route, but the rider could be like. What we call is a lot. It's just someday we have a 40 or 50 rider.
Yeah.
But now we have more than 100
It's crazy,
or
100,
or
150.
yeah, 150 or 200 people
Yeah.
every Saturday.
And the way you bring up that gas station too, so I mean, if you guys don't know with Chiang Mai, Thailand, it's especially like the last 10 to 15 years, it's really become very developed.
Yep.
Do you see the town of Chiang Mai, Thailand over the years? Does it surprise you? Because this has been your home for a while,
Yes,
right?
yes. I see the city develop. Yeah, they are both good and bad thing. Yeah, I think it's quite common. But yeah, I see a lot of foreigners come to live here. We almost have everything like what the capital, the Bangkok have, including the traffic jam. But somehow it's quite easy to live here in
Yeah.
Chiang Mai. Like in one day you can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
But if you are in the capital in Bangkok, you might stuck more on the traffic. We still hope that we're going to have the like a public transport system in the future.
That would be nice.
But if you have the bike, you can just easy to get around the town from one side to another side.
Yeah.
Because the city of the Chiang Mai is located, it's based on the ancient city was built like 700, 800 years ago.
Yeah.
So even you go in wrong direction, you probably don't get lost.
It's so simple getting here, and if you ever get lost, just ask someone to take you back to the old city, and then you can figure it out from there.
You have like a city square.
Yeah. And so now let's get back into talking about the bike industry. So obviously you're one of the most famous bike shops in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Now talking about like business over the years, there was the pandemic, and so business kind of slowed down. I know everything was very different here. How was that time period with your shop?
Oh yeah, thanks God. Like that time, COVID, many of my friends who are in the industry, they not survive. But we do survive. That we have to do whatever we can to keep the business going. And because the problem is, I think it's the same like everywhere in the world. Like we have the shortage of supply. We still have some demand for the bike because at that time, I think the good thing about the COVID is it limits you to do some of the sport that you have to do indoor, or to put the people all together. So the sport that you have to do in the gym, the sport that you have to use a lot of people to play, it may not allow by most of the government for the healthy reason. But cycling is a sport that you can enjoy alone or few of your friends, and it bring you to the nature. So we still have demand for bicycle, for the good bike, but somehow because the shortage of the supply is a little bit tough. Yeah, but somehow we do survive that.
Now, how do you feel like the bike industry? So in America, where we come from, the bike industry right now is in a tough place. It's kind of struggling. They don't really know what's going on because there's too much inventory, too many sales, too much competition right now. Do you feel like you guys are experiencing the same thing in Thailand, or?
Oh, I don't know how the industry in the US go, but for me, now I'm focusing on few brand. But I really focus for what I'm doing. I'm not going to like try to have everything, because if you try to have everything, right, from the very low end to the very high end, you will have problem to like you have to have a lot of inventory. And that to have to inventory, you cannot. It's difficult to fulfill all the customer need. So now I'm focusing on less brand. But somehow for the brand I have, I really focusing on what I'm doing. But we have some problem that maybe in the US we don't have, because we are very close to China. And we have like a free trade agreement in China.
Oh, wow.
So usually if you order something from China and they do shipping by land, within 1 week it can come here in the country. So there's a lot of new player for importing Chinese brand. Or if you have some like $10,000 or $20,000, you can probably have your own bicycle
Own
brand
custom bike, and it's so
and make and
close,
some
yeah.
to sell here.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Because like in the US, we do have like some Chinese brands. People order on like AliExpress or
Yeah,
Alibaba,
yeah.
but it takes a while to get here. You don't know. You're so close here that it's sometimes arriving
And
same
you
week.
have tax. The government try to protect you,
Yeah.
but we are more closely to China. It's some
so less
kind like
taxes on them.
political things. But somehow that's why I'm go different way.
So interesting.
Yeah, so I'm go different way. I'm not going to fight that. I'm use my specialty to for the knowledge for the premium and high end products.
Yeah.
So
Because you're a professional bike fitter too.
yep. So I really want to give the best to my customer.
Yeah. So interesting. And even talking more about the China thing, I know with e-bikes, so e-bikes, there's actually a big mountain bike scene in Thailand. But the one bikes that you'll see a lot in America you won't see here is e-bikes. And that's because there's actually a big tax to get the battery into the country, from what I understand.
Yes, that's a way, that's a kind of like the political things. But I think in the near future we can
Yeah.
change that regulation.
But you
for
can,
now.
but China, you can get a Chinese e-bike
Yep.
here easier.
Yeah, easier. They have some
so
regulation
interesting.
about the polluting from the battery,
Yeah.
and all the things have to be certified
Interesting.
by the government department. But somehow we have the we looking for the bright future for the e-bike here.
You think it'll take off here?
Yeah, sure. Because in Chiang Mai we have a lot of mountains, and
yeah.
that we have demand for people who want to do the e-bike.
Yeah.
Because when they're getting older, but they also want to enjoy like what they was like 10 years ago.
Do you think we'll welcome them on the 55 ride?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
The pace is about to go up a whole nother notch.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, kind of bringing it back to the bike industry in Thailand. Now, it's so interesting because you deal with a completely different division of Specialized than like we deal with. Because we have friends that work there. You deal with their Asia division.
Yeah, for the as far as I know, like Specialized is a huge global
Yeah.
company, so they have different different company, localized like region. So we are in under the Specialized Asia Pacific, which have the office in Singapore. But when we order thing or when we have the information, we contact directly with the brand. So I have all the buy that we bring. I am the one who have to pay the import tax and clear all the
interesting.
thing. But it make us easier because
Yeah.
they use the system like a brand to retailer.
Oh.
So brand to retailer, like everything, all the information, we get it directly from the
Yeah.
brand. So it pretty fast. Like if you want to ask me that, can you get this in this site? What available in this site
Yeah.
for this buy? I can open my computer and I can check for you right away.
Oh,
And we have
wow.
shipment coming from Taiwan
Yeah.
warehouse every month.
Yeah.
So at least you may need to wait 1.5 months if the shipment just closed few days ago.
Oh, to get everything shipped
So
together.
we don't need to carry a lot of inventory.
Yeah.
So yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, and if before they have like a distributor
Yeah.
system, like let's say like if I'm the distributor, I deal with the brand, but I have to distribute the product to like 10 or 20 local bike shop. And with that, I cannot import everything every month. So the stock will flow a little slow, but somehow I have to take huge order
Yeah.
to distribute to all. And for me, I think I have an advantage because I'm the one who ride the bike. I'm the one to meet the customer. I know what the customer need, and I fix the bike, so I know all the part. And I'm the person who order the thing.
Yeah.
So
That's,
it just make it very fast
Yeah.
and very efficiency.
And that's like I feel like the cool thing with bike shops and why they're so important is that relationship, bike shop to customers. Now in the US, something that they've been trying to figure out, a lot of brands are trying to go more direct to consumers. Are you starting to see that? That's basically like when you buy it online and you can order it directly. Are you seeing that in Thailand?
That very interesting topic that Canyon, they just launched, they are very famous for the direct sales to the customer. But somehow, that's my opinion, like it's not going to work well with the Asian market. So last year they just start the partner program with the local distributor. Because it's like if before like you buy in your bike from some company in Europe or in the States, which you feel like it's far. There are some
Yeah.
gap about that. But for Asian people, we want to see who selling your bike,
Yeah.
who responsible for this.
Yeah.
We don't want like every time you have problem with some
have to contact the
issue,
brand.
you have to contact, and before you have some real person talking to you, you have to talking with the automatic or like AI, no real person. So we want to meet with the real person. So now they Canyon, they change the system to be more like a partnership program. So they choose like a distributor, distributor in each country, and they do like helping you. They doing this business. So they
Oh.
are in China or China, Japan,
Yeah.
Singapore, and in Thailand too.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, there's nothing beats seeing the product in person before you buy it.
Yes.
Getting your questions answered. And I feel like Thai people, I mean, this is just based off of my experience. We've been in Thailand maybe, I would say 3 months every year for about the last 7 years. And I noticed like you guys still have a lot of in-person shopping, a lot of in-person markets. So I could see that aspect. The other aspect I feel like I've learned more about Thai people is you love custom.
Yeah.
Like I feel like all the bikes I see out here, they all have their personal touches, custom parts. You guys love that kind of customization option. Do you notice that too with your clients?
Yeah, that's just kind of like I think the behavior of the customer, Asian customer. We want something exclusive.
Yeah.
We want something like special. So if, for example, like for the specialized, we sell more S people. They are more favored to get the S work product comparing with the standard, which is quite completely different when I go into Europe.
Yeah.
And I talking with my friend, we have the bike shop in Europe that people just spend for what they use, what they can afford. They are not every customer they are racer. They go to competition. So you just buy something that you think that's okay.
Yeah.
But here, like, if you can afford that,
they want the best.
They want the best, even they never go to competition. It's a kind of like a show off or the fashion, but but don't get me wrong, not all
not
the
everyone.
cyclists like want to show off.
Yeah.
I have some customer who are like who are wealthy, and he take all the limited edition when it's released.
Yeah.
And he not want to show off. He just have like the big garage, and he have all his beautiful bike there. And that's his.
His collection.
Yeah, that's his collection, and that make him happy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, and then so talking also about the bike scene here and locals and their custom bikes, are you starting to notice gravel taking off?
Yes, for me, gravel I think is the future. It's the future opportunity, the opportunity and the future market for bicycle.
Yeah.
There are the research that a customer who buy the gravel bike, it come from like the N+1 theory.
Yeah.
Especially if you are roadie, you're riding road bike, and you want another bike for training or to explore. You probably like to get a gravel bike instead of the mountain bike.
You add it to the quiver. Never enough bikes.
Because if you take, like most of the time I'm riding road bike, I'm not going. My second bike, I probably don't think I'm going to buy something like an enduro bike, just like a lot of bike that you do review.
Yeah.
Because if I don't have the basic, I cannot jump, I cannot maneuver.
Sure.
I think that probably hurt more.
Yeah.
I can probably crash. But somehow we swap from road bike to gravel bike. The shape or handlebar, the position, it's easy for transition, but can go a little bit rough.
Yeah.
And within 1 hour, you can have more workout because they have more resistance.
Yeah.
And you can explore many places, which is perfect for Chiang Mai, the country like Chiang Mai.
Yeah, it's perfect. And I'm excited to see gravel grow here. They actually got a UCI gravel series race. So it's going to be this year, end of the year in Canterbury. Now, talking also about Specialized, so they're very big here. They're a big brand for you.
Yes.
But I also like Thai brands, and a big Thai brand here is called Niche.
Yes, we probably have the brand called Niche here.
Yeah.
In Thailand.
And are they Thai owner?
Yes, they are Thai owner by the Thai founder.
Oh, wow.
They have a long history about his brand.
Yeah.
But there's a brand that you can rely on, and like it's a brand that really focusing on the quality.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you have certain customers, like maybe Thai nationals, that they say, oh, I want to own a Thai-owned brand?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's kind of like made in the USA for us.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
They start to go into the US market.
Awesome. And so is there anything that you want people to know about cycling in Chiang Mai?
Oh yeah, sure. If you love cycling and you have an opportunity to visit Asia or Thailand, Chiang Mai is a place that you should bring your bike to here. And you don't need to worry that you not going to find a body to ride. We are all very friendly and like you can just come and enjoy.
Awesome. Well,
Cycling here, yeah.
I mean, I can't speak enough of that as well. They're so friendly here, especially if you come into Velo City. If you're looking for a bike when you're in Thailand, or if you just have questions about cycling, be sure to hit them up. We'll leave your information in the description of this video. Thanks so much for the time, Tom.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And now we're going to work on my Thai name.
Yeah.